Okay, coming up in the show this week, we carry on with the V-44 Quad Tilt Rotor Dropship sci-fi inspired. There's a tiny little version of this giant version. There's some parts being printed out, and here's one of the propellers that'll be going on. This is a tilt rotor, so it's going to have 4 in sync. There's another part being printed out, and it's inspired by movies, video games, and there's the dropship like no other, pretty big. And here's some more parts being printed out, so it's all happening on the episode right now. Racing. Yeah. Welcome to the show, the HR Racing Show. And I am Harry. And I'm Richard. Thanks very much for joining in on this VTOL or Quad Tilt Rotor drone project. Yes, it is an exciting one. And if you haven't done already, make sure you subscribe and tick the bell icon. So there you go. That's right. So carrying on back to what happened on part 1 of this series. Okay, so in part 1, had a little look at the propellers, which is kind of unique from T MOTOR, and we came up with an initial concept with CAD designing to make it look futuristic and all inspired by films like Edge of Tomorrow and Elysium and sci-fi films like that. Yes. And we're going to continue on with this one into the world of motor testing, and we're going to start the full build with the 3D printing. There's lots to do, so there's no time, right? Yeah, no time like the present. Thanks very much for tuning in. We appreciate you very much. Let's get into it in 3, 2, 1, race. Here we are back in the workshop, and we've been working on printing out a lot of parts for this one. That's right, there's lots and lots to go around. It's a big jigsaw puzzle. So it's around 2 meters in length. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to get all of it done in terms of printing for this one, but we'll certainly give it a fray. We'll certainly give it a go. What we're doing is we're focusing entirely on the main fuselage. So we started from the back of the fuselage going forwards, right? Going forwards. On the K1 we're running this print here, go for like another hour. So if you haven't used 3D printers, it came up with a little timestamp about how much time we got and how much time's used up, so it's quite good. What filament are we using? This filament is machinery grey from our good sponsors KiwiFil. There's one there, and which part is this one? Okay, it's at the back. So that's section 2, right? So it's slightly over there. That's that section there, if you can see. Point to it, just about there. So there you go. So you can kind of see the kind of very size, small. You can see the kind of size this will be once it's all printed out, and we'll just going to have a look at the other printers that are running. Okay, so we're going to take you into the other room. Here we go, into the other room. Okay, so we've got some more printers on here. Everything's happening. Yes. It's all go, as they say. It's all go, and the K2, what's he doing? Yeah, she's working. He's got another 8 hours and 46 minutes to run on this guy. He's done 3 hours, so that's good to see. What else we got going on? And he is running the Hyper Series PLA. And on this guy, this is the Creality Hi, the one that flew on the 3D printed drone. And he's got another hour for this guy to go. And yes, so that'll make that first side on this quarter. Which we'll go over here. I guess you call it the hind quarter. So on this section here, a very small piece, and he'll be that section there. So how many pieces do you think it will make up the jigsaw puzzle? Quite a bit. Quite a few. But it's definitely going to look cool when it's in the air, flying around. And very impressive. How are we going to even move this guy around? Not sure yet. No, so he might be even bigger than the workshop. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe we have to take the arms off. Yeah, maybe. We have to see how. And are we going to do any reinforcements once it's all done? We're not sure entirely as of yet what we're going to do. I'll leave your suggestions below. Alright, so as you can see here, the wall thickness is about 10 millimeters thick, and we've hollowed it out, so that's the inside that you're looking at, which is kind of interesting, and that's obviously the outside, and that's section 2, and this is what's happening inside here. Okay, so this is a dropship design that we came up with on the part 1 of the episode. It's pretty cool. It's got a VTOL at the back there for stabilization. It's obviously got forward
and tilt rotors, as it were, so quad tilt, as it were, and
possibly landing on the legs, not the body.
That's right. It should be interesting to see what we can come up with, and hopefully we can do a cockpit and possibly a dropship area where
at the back.
That's kind of like what we're planning. But we'll see how it all goes. It could be quite cool to do a resin
cockpit perhaps at the front. So we'll see what we can do, or otherwise we'll do vacuum forming or something. As this project unfolds, we'll come up with some new ideas to make this project a reality.
We get drawn to the FPV side of things, so it'd be quite cool to do that. Possibly even head tracking, that would be fun, right?
That'd be epic. $350 by $350, which is max. Pretty cool, and he's hopping on pretty good. He's up to 20% on this exciting build. And
it's about 8.5 hours to go, give or take.
And then we'll just keep motoring overnight, and you can see his filament spool up there, and he's just spooling it nicely.
PLA Pro from our sponsors, KiwiFil, flat out at work, working on the CFS here.
Adaptive cubic, yes.
At 3%, right? Do need some strength because, you know, it's 2 meters long, so we're going to need something to hold it to all the pieces together, so that's what we're using.
Okay, so there you go. There's one of the little rear pieces at the back of this print. And
literal, relative.
Yeah, relatively gold and grey. Okay, so we're just another one's just finished on the K2. Print complete. Okay. Don't need that. That's fine. And there you go. That's looking quite good. And what we're doing over here, we'll be swapping that out in a second and putting the next piece on. At the over on this one, we've got these ones here, so you can see the front there like that.
Yep.
So we've got the last one for this section printing at the moment, and so that's good. And then we've got one more section to go. He's got another 4 hours to go, so it'll be a little while, but that's okay. Over here we've got this one going, and we've got little pieces on this guy. Just got 1 more hour to go for this piece, so that's the last in that section. There you go. Okay, so it's all happening, and we'll just keep monitoring them, and before you know it, we'll be all good. How many spools do you think we've used so far, Richard?
Maximum of 2.
Okay, so maximum of 2 because we're using little spools that we've used for other projects. So we'll take this one out.
He does it.
Whoa! And we'll take this one out.
Really stuck on there.
Yeah. Yep.
We managed to get it out of the printer.
Yeah, so we have to get it out of the printer and just take it off there like that. Pop that down there. See, and there you go. So we just pop this off and get into it printing again with the next part. Just, gluing it back down in the areas that we already printed, and that'll give a bit more adhesion. This is not stationary glue. This is proper glue stick for 3D printers.
So stationary for 3D printers.
Yeah, stationary for 3D printers. So there you go. So yeah, we'll load this one up and select a print and get back into it. Okay, so we have a lot of printers running at the moment, so we'll need some spools to feed them. We've got some spools in here, and we'll just get the dryer going. So this is the Space Pi X4, and we'll just put some on to dry. That's the light's gone on, so that's a good sign. And we'll just put the other side on. Put that side on. It's always a good idea to put your spools onto dry beforehand. That way you don't have any water moisture collected in them. So there you go. So that way you get more consistent prints. Pro tip.
Okay, so we're at 63% into this particular section, and it's the one that's going to complete this section right here. So there you go, you can imagine it. There you go. 4 pieces make up the whole, as it were. And we've got some other pieces that this guy's building he's making the third piece. So if you can imagine, that is the back of them.
It's going to be pretty big.
Okay, so we're starting with the back section here, and there's obviously significantly larger. And we've got another piece there to make up the other side over here. So yeah, it's all coming together. Looks a lot larger than the little guy right there, but cool, exciting. All right, so we've got this monster motor here, and it is a 12S, it's a U11 Mk2 at 120 kV. So that's all covered in the first episode, so remember to go back and check that out when we unbox it. But for now, we need to go and test it. So we need to make up a testing rig. So we've got this long cable here, so there's three phase wires here. We have the ESC, this is the 80 amp ESC, and I think it's the V2 version. And this is going to run 12S. So we've got two 6S's to make up a 12S. So we need to run a little gizmo to make that possible to test it. Okay.
And how will we know which wire will make it spin in the right direction, Richard? Is there a special technique of finding that out?
Bit of trial and error.
Trial and error. So we need, with this particular guy, he runs in a certain way, doesn't he? This is quick release, so we need him spinning the right way, so hence we're testing it on the bench.
That's right, bench testing always helps, yeah.
Okay, so the first wire, this side is the motor side and this is the ESC side, and we're going to tack that together. So quite a good thing of working together. I can be the the assistant while Richard does the soldering part. What kind of temperatures are you running, Richard? 384 degrees Celsius. Slow and steady, doing this kind of thing. The next thing you do is you put the heat shrink on, and then you heat that in place at a
lower temperature. You don't want
temperature. Yeah, about that. That's good enough.
Okay, so what we're looking at is the CFS of the gold has just run out, and it's right at the end of its extruding. So it's just about to come into the extruder now to say that it's empty. Oh, there we go, look at that.
Oh, it's finished. Now what happens?
Just sit there on standby, there we go.
It'll come up with a prompt, and we just need to change that, so press OK. He'll get a prompt on his watch. Bring that up. There you go. There you go. Print error notification, that's a good thing. So it means to replace it. And then what we need to do is allocate the next one. So we're saying green. And we'll press extrude. Now it would have, if we'd had the same color throughout and loaded up in here, it would be instantly changing over, but we're using up some old spools. That's the way to do it. Now we'll go back to where we were and we'll continue on. Resume.
And off she goes, look at that. There you go, there's a new colour coming down. Beautiful.
And just like that.
She's away.
Okay, so while he's working on that, we'll carry on with these ones. Oh, thanks, cheers. Okay, so we're going to get going on this, and since we're testing these, we'll need some fairly large gauge wire. What do you reckon about that much?
Sure.
Yeah,
just to test it, yeah.
Just to test it, and we'll use some about that. About that, and we'll get this one the same. Okay, that's cool. So we'll get into wiring this up. Okay, so if you haven't seen this kind of tool before, it's called a stripper, but she doesn't dance, she just pulls the wire.
Just strips, right?
Just strips this wire. There you go, that's one. So it does a pretty good job, and she can do another one. There you go. There you go. So we'll get back into soldering it. Okay, just turning some of these wires
to make it look good. So when we come to putting these plugs on, the XT90s, which are pretty big, but it's exactly what we want for this kind of 12S system.
XT60.
They're usually about 2 to 4S.
5S.
2 to 4, yeah, 5S is what we kind of use it for, and then when we go to 6S, we go up to a bigger gauge, and then after that there's a...
So then you go from 6S to like what? What's the next level you reckon? Like 24?
Yeah, I suppose so. Then you'll be hopping up to the next grade of plugs because you want the maximum quality on the old connections. But a 12S is big enough for us on this build.
Since we've got it all rigged up for testing, we'll get into it. Testing time.
Okay, situation update. This part here has been printed out here, so you can kind of see the scale of this this guy. He's pretty big. He's an absolute monster.
So we're dividing. So 3 sections have been done, right?
Yes, the top section was done on the
K2 plus.
K2 plus. The middle section was on the K1, and this is the Creality Hi. So there you go. And the printers are back on doing some more, so that's just great to see. That's it's pretty big, isn't it?
It's a monster.
Yeah.
So that's effectively like that.
Yeah, just up to what about here kind of thing. Yep. Yeah. So there you go. So we're making some good progress. Okay, so now let's go and check out the motor test. So here we go. We've got it rigged up with our 6S batteries to make 12S system here with an ESC tester, and we've got the amp, the 80 amp.
There's the old tray blade prop.
Oh yeah.
Ready to go.
Yep. That would normally be sitting on here, but for this test we'll just...
Does this go on top of the cowling, right? So this would...
Oh yeah, so idea-wise would just be, this is just for this setup, but it would be kind of like, it would be like that. So just to give you an idea of scale.
Yeah.
So you can imagine what it would be like that. Okay, I'll just pop this down so then we can do this test safely, yeah. And I can do it with one hand then. There you go. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so plugging it in, you all good? Yeah?
Yeah, all good.
All good, okay. Plug in, that's 1 and 2.
Good
Cool,
tone.
good tone. Okay, spooling up in 3, 2, 1. We're looking for a motor direction, and does it turn on? Okay, in 3, 2, 1.
Which way is it spooling, Yeah.
I think it's spooling this way.
Yeah, that's good.
That's the way we want, right?
Because we need it to go left-hand.
we need it to go that way, so we can...
So that locking there, right?
So it automatically locks itself.
Yeah,
so that's the right direction for this particular drone motor, so that's good. That means we wired it perfectly the first time, so that's great. I'll just spool it up for you guys, just to get a bit of a look at it. Okay, saying that, back to H&R Drone Racing HQ.
There you go, we make quite a bit of progress this week. It's amazing what you can get done if you put your mind to anything, right? There you go, and thanks so much to those printers because they did a very good job this week. And there's one still running. That's right, we're still continuing on in the background to get some more done. Why not, right? Yeah, why not get it done so then we can go and fly this thing. It's going to be cool. It's also a lot bigger than we were originally thinking it to be. Even though we've calculated and all that stuff covered, but it's always bigger in reality. That's right. It's always exciting to see, you know, what the little scale guy looks like, and then you go, whoa, look at that. It's full size now. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's coming along nicely. And what did we learn on this episode, Richard? We learned that the motors spin correctly and in the right direction, which is good. Yes, that self-locking mechanism is going to be working greatly with that motor. So there you go. Just another 3 more to test and then we'll be into it. Yeah, that's right. And then we're going to add all the things like flight controllers and airspeed sensors. It's all happening on the show and series coming up. Yes, there you go. And moving on to the next segment on the show, Movie of the Week. The movie of the week is Elysium with Matt Damon and his opponent, which has a samurai sword on his back. Yeah, very cool. And they're using exosuits and
there's dropships in it. So there you go. All cool, very related to this series. So there you go.
Yeah.
That is the movie of the week. Final thoughts for this one, Richie?
Final thoughts. I'm just excited to finish the front half of the fuselage.
Yeah.
The machines are working well. We're keeping an eye on them. We're going to continue on, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, so make sure, if you haven't done it already, make sure you give this video the thumbs up. Stick around, it's going to be a good one. And let's get into next week. We can join us in on live streams. And I am Harry.
And I'm Richard. Special note to T Motor for making this series possible.
Yes.
Thanks very much. We salute you. Thanks very much. And we'll sign out on this one.
Should be an exciting one next week.
And
3, 2, 1, go! HR Drone Racing, HR Drone Racing, HR Drone Racing!
Yeah.
There you go.